CSU is uniting the Fort Collins community with events on campus.
And while Black History Month is almost over, the United Women of Color came together to showcase an important part of their culture.
Finally, the Rams track and field team dominated in the Mountain West Championships. Ruby Kayser has the story. All of that and more on CTV starting right now. Good evening, Rams. I'm Chigozie at Ozor.
And I'm Tate Paisley. Thank you for joining us tonight. As fire broke out in the CSU engineering building yesterday afternoon, Potter Fire Authority responded to the battery fire in the B111 research lab. The building has been evacuated and will be reopened tomorrow, March 1st.
CSU police received multiple reports of indecent exposure by a man in the CSU Arboretum Monday afternoon. According to a campus safety alert, the first report came from a woman who said she felt followed after the man exposed himself to her as she walked away. 2 other women reported a similar incident with a matching description of a 6-foot-tall man with an average build. The alert further described the man as wearing black sweatpants, a black shirt, and a mask. CSU police request that anyone who has witnessed these events or has any additional information contact them at 970-491-6425. Now, let's head over to our weather station to see if these nice conditions will last. Elyse?
Thanks, Chi. Happy Leap Day, Rams. Let's hop right into it. I'm Elyse Gerkin here to bring you tonight's weather forecast. Today we've seen nothing but blue skies and sun, not a cloud in sight. This has been a common theme here in Fort Collins for the past few days. I'm just happy the wind didn't blow me away today. Currently in Fort Collins, it is 48 degrees. Please excuse the typo. And the winds are going north-northwest at 7 miles per hour. Heading into the overnight lows, down the I-25 corridor, temperatures range from the mid-30s. Moving over to the Western Plains, we have Craig at 21, Vail at 23, Grand Junction at 37, and Gunnison at 11. Moving on to the Eastern Plains, we have Lamone at 28, Sterling at 27, and Burlington coming in at the warmest at 31 degrees. Tomorrow in Fort Collins is going to be a high of 63 degrees and a low of 33. The winds are heading west-northwest at 6 miles per hour. As for the 5-day forecast and the weekend and the beginning of next week, we can expect more of the same. Partly cloudy skies with daily temps ranging from the mid-40s to mid-60s. Night temperatures will be a little colder, dropping below freezing. That's all from me today, Rams. Back to you, Chi.
Well, I don't know about you, Chi, but I myself have been greatly enjoying the hotter weather as of recently.
No, I gotta tell you, yeah, I haven't been wearing as many coats as I had to in the weeks prior, so I'm definitely happy about the conditions we've been seeing.
It's been great. But now, an update on last week's story. At the recent State of the City event, the Fort Collins government celebrated achievements from 2023 and outlined plans for 2024. Notable accomplishments included boosted voter turnout, expanded park funding, and efforts to enhance public safety, alongside upcoming initiatives such as a major stormwater project and expanded broadband access. The mayor of Fort Collins, Jenny Arndt, delved into the details of Fort Collins.
They worked on air quality, reducing plastic pollution, protecting river flow, work concerning the circular economy, establishing a juvenile diversion program in our municipal court. We adopted the gray water code change. We adopted gender equity and sales tax. We increased access to childcare, and we advanced regionalism, just to name a few.
As Fort Collins looks towards the rest of the year, the city aims to continue its path of progress, tackling key issues such as housing affordability, traffic safety, and environmental sustainability to further enhance the quality of life for its residents. The State of the City address showcased a year filled with accomplishments, laying the foundation for ongoing progress and advancement in the upcoming year. When we come back, get your science on. CSU's Little Shop of Physics is back after this short break. Okay.
seriously, do you have anything you can use against the dragon?
I can do fireball. That'll do a lot of damage.
Yeah, to all of us.
Well,
We're in a 4-foot group.
I'm sorry. What else do you want me to do?
Okay.
Hold on. All right. Wizard, what do you do?
Welcome back from the break. A new master's program at CSU Spur is propelling students to lead and create in the field of food innovation. From samples of Haribo gummy bears to exploring the origins of dipping dots, these scholars are immersed in a world of culinary discovery. The program, launched after years of discussion about Colorado's growing role in food innovation, promises to bring forth new ideas and talents in the realm of agribusiness and food innovation management. The students' encounters with industry experts and hands-on projects are shaping them to be the next generation of innovators in the field. While CSU Spur is known for its groundbreaking scientific research, we can't forget about one campus event that is taking experiments out of the classroom and into the LSC. Live reporters Bailey and Karma have more.
Thanks, Tate. Good evening. I'm Bailey Borkowski.
And I'm Karma Robbins.
The Little Shop of Physics held their 30th annual open house this past weekend. An assortment of exhibits, presentations, and knowledgeable staff allowed everyone to find something that they could enjoy at this event. One goal of the open house was to highlight ways in which physics can be both fun and educational.
I love you too.
The light bulbs powered by Play-Doh, flight simulators, and hundreds of other hands-on exhibits, the Little Shop of Physics hopes to get more people interested in physics and see how it is incorporated within their lives.
I'm here today doing fun activities, inspiring the next generation to look into engineering as a possible career path.
It's important for families and kids because they get to explore a lot of our hands-on science experiments.
One mom shared her favorite parts of the event.
Definitely the interaction that the kids, there's so many different hands-on, so we're not sitting and waiting to do different activities. Also the very explicit directions of what to do for each one and what is happening in that activity.
The Little Shop of Physics encouraged not just kids, but people of all ages to participate in this event.
The new director, she says pre-K to gray for age range, and so it's a big event to come and explore not just our own Little Shop physics experiments, but our partners.
Fort Collins residents were not the only people in attendance. Scholars from across the nation attended this event to help spread their knowledge of physics.
Behold, a sound, ladies and gentlemen.
You guys, you did a good job. That was really good.
Do we all get the sense that something is traveling in that direction?
Whether you are growing up or growing old, this event offers opportunities for learning for people of any age.
As if you were touching it.
Through these events, the Little Shop of Physics hopes to spark an interest in physics for both young and older minds. And as someone who doesn't love physics to begin with, going to this event and seeing how surrounded we are by physics definitely changed my previous outlook on this subject. Now, I have to take physics somewhere down the line. Do you have to?
Oh no, I don't have to take a math for the next 4 years, which is absolutely great.
That is so nice. But because of this event, I'm actually really looking forward to taking physics and seeing all that I can learn.
Oh, I hope you enjoy physics.
Thank you.
It's safe to say that CSU puts on some exciting events around campus. So I got the chance to learn what goes on behind the scenes for some of the athletic events put on for the community in CSU. I got to talk to the director of Ram Life and co-advisor for the Student Athlete Advisory Committee. Here's more about the two programs.
Ram Life stands for Really Meaningful Life, so it's a student athlete development program here at CSU Athletics, and we really work on the 3 areas of career development, community service, and personal enhancement for our student athletes and those within CSU Athletics.
Ram Life and CSU SAC. Both of these programs help student athletes in order to learn skills they will use within their college and future careers.
I also am the co-advisor for SAC, and SAC is our Student Athlete Advisory Committee. Every university has one, kind of given by the NCAA.
The Director of Community Engagement explains her role within SAC.
I basically plan events that get athletes involved within community engagement, so that could be something along the lines of basically community service. We've done things like reading with the Rams, where we go out and we read to kids. Last year we did a Special Olympics. That was something that was really cool. Things like that to engage with the community.
Aside from community involvement, these programs help with preparing athletes for the future.
Student athlete development is huge for student athletes. It's kind of a new age of college athletics. So career development, they're benefiting from getting a resume. They're talking to employers, they're networking. Community service, they're giving back to the community. And for SAC, it's great because they're building that leadership characteristics.
Sierra hopes for student athletes to just be prepared for life after college and gain confidence within themselves.
I hope it grows and becomes something that is more student-athlete-led.
Programs like this will expand more and more within student athletes with being involved within the community. Sierra and Sydney cannot wait to see what is in store for these programs.
Go Rams.
These programs have promoted communication and created a strong community of athletes by making relationships within all different sports and giving back to the community with the events that are put on. Learning more about the work athletes put into everything, not just on the field or court, but off it as well, has me excited for what's to come within the future of these programs. For those who want to learn more about both of these programs, check out the Instagrams at CSU Ram Life and at CSU SAC.
Back to you, Tate and Chigozie.
Thanks, Karma and Bailey. Now, I don't know about you, Chi, but I know next to nothing about sports or sports-related activity. So personally, I find it fascinating to see the behind-the-scenes type deal with this kind of thing.
Yeah, well, I gotta tell you, if you haven't been keeping up with CSU athletics, you have been missing out. It's just such a treat, and we've been doing great this year.
Oh, I've heard great things about our sports teams. So I'm looking forward to see us win.
You gotta add it to your calendar. Speaking of calendars, up next, while CSU students probably already have April 20th marked on their calendars, you may want to add a concert to your 420 agenda. DJ and music producer Steve Aoki will be playing at Moby Arena for the first stop on his extra credit tour following the CSU spring football game. The lineup also features Wax Motif, Shipwreck, Nostalgics, and DJ Swaggerman. Doors will open at 5 on April 20th at Moby Arena. Ticket sales will be announced soon. Don't go away just yet. After the break, the Black community at CSU highlights their history and culture.
Living with someone you don't know on the other side of the wall is hard, especially if you don't know how to be a good roommate.
The first thing that you'll want to do to be a good roommate is make sure that you always stay quiet.
Be considerate of others when using common spaces and appliances.
Hey buddy, what you doing?
I'm just gonna need like 40 minutes. Be respectful of your roommate's privacy. Ugh, my bad. Finally, make sure that you clean up after yourself. Oh, fresh toothbrush.
Have you seen my toothbrush?
Follow these tips to get along with your roommates and your landlord.
Welcome back from the break. I'm JJ McKinney. Black education led the month, and our community held many different events to promote unity and celebrate the contributions that African, African American, and Pan-African Americans have made to our world. This pride was showcased in a fashion show meant to uplift Black culture. However, before we get to this, let's first take a look back on all the events throughout the month. This year, the theme for Black History Month was Black Destiny, Redesigning Our Future. The Black African American Cultural Center started their journey to a new future with the Black History Month kickoff. Community members came together for food, dance, and laughter as they anticipated the month to come, which was certainly full with dining events and real talk segments, focused on discussing issues and topics related to the Black community. The middle of Black History Month saw community members take to the dance floor as the BAC teamed up with the Pride Resource Center for the event. The category is Ballroom to CSU. All in all, the month was full of events highlighting Black culture, leading up to what was perhaps the biggest event of them all, the fashion show.
There we go.
Show. Oh, this is the body, and yes, this is the body.
The energy was high, the vibes were loud, and the community was together as Tiana January, Ramsey Whitaker, and Imagine Walker took their work to the stage. Models wearing the trio's latest designs kicked off a Black History Month fashion show. Designer Whitaker was one of the first to show his brand and the messages within them.
Favorite, I won't say I had a favorite, just because all pieces like hit home. The one that I was looking forward to was the Redesigning the Future. That was cool because I had Martin Luther King, and my friend, he made it. It's my friend back in Houston, his brand is Broken Project Wear, and he posted it as a joke, and it was like, the first time I saw it, I was like, bro, I need that for this fashion show, like, they're gonna love that. So, you know what I mean? It was Martin Luther King with the waves, and it was just something different. I've never seen that before, you know what I'm saying? So I was most excited about that. Just seeing it come together, like those ideas, because you know ideas, they fall like raindrops, you know what I'm saying? So when I latch onto an idea and I can see it, you know what I'm saying? It's like that, the physical of it makes it more enjoyable for me.
Next up was Walker, who displayed vibrant ideas of her work.
So for Blast to Past, it was 1940s, 1950s. I was thinking about how popular high-waisted trousers were for women. When I was younger, I've always been really creative. I just didn't know how I was going to channel that type of creation, but I feel like it's my way to give back to the world. I think that clothes are all about expressing yourself, accepting yourself who you are, who you want to be, and showing up as that person.
Then there was January, who took to the stage herself to show off her new lines and ideals.
For his first up category was Flash from the Past. My inspiration was 90s to 2000s wear, so I had a little bit of triangle shapes, colors to get that realness of 2000s wear and how they express themselves. Second category was Redesigning Our Future. I designed a beautiful shawl of mushrooms. I had a nice jumpsuit and some heels just to find that I am a fashion designer and I can create stuff and I can create your future as well.
The fashion show is an annual event hosted by United Women of Color in collaboration with the Black African American Cultural Center and RAM Events. The event doesn't just involve the runway, as local Black businesses got to promote their work in the flea market, and local artists and poets performed as well.
Traditionally, United Women of Color have our fashion show, or not a fashion show, our hair show every year. But this year, United Men of Color were like, we want to kind of do something with that and do something a little bit different. I think it went really good. You know, I love the energy. I love seeing the Black vendors. I loved seeing, I love seeing everyone like dressed up. I love seeing my friends walk the runway.
I think it's really impactful to the community because a lot of times we only focus on like the bads during Black History Month. Not saying that as like Black people we don't have a lot of strength and that we haven't overcome a lot, but also for this year in particular, I really wanted to showcase like just the beauty and the joy of being Black instead of being like, oh, this was how bad it was, look how far we come. But I'm like, look at how great we are.
While the fashion show was coming to an end, the good times were just starting, as a rap group, Coast Contra, came out to celebrate the winners with a performance, closing out this year's fashion show.
$150 is Ramsey.
Everybody's coming out. I'm gonna be hosting.
I feel like giving me the platform to express myself, along with these models, they came and they was able to express themselves, you know what I mean? If I can help with a little bit of somebody's day, like making somebody's day better, making them feel more confident about themselves, like that's the biggest goal, and that was what's fun for me.
Well, thank you for supporting and showing out to the show and volunteering for everyone.
What does fashion mean to you as a whole?
Yes, fashion means to me as a whole is just to express who you are and not to be not to have rules in the fashion industry and rules into what can wear and what should not wear. You should be free of what you want to wear and put on your body.
The wonderful stylist, Madeline!
In a way, I hope that it brings everyone together. You know, there are different communities of Black people on our campus, and some of us we don't see very much, and some of us we do. So I think in a way, it would just allow everyone to be themselves and show up as themselves, and I don't know, just provide good energy in a place where sometimes it feels like you're fighting tooth and nail just to survive.
A flea market, a vibrant fashion show, and a live performance by Coast Contra to top it all off. Black History Month has truly been something special this year. But it's not over yet. As today is the last day of Black History Month, the back office is currently throwing a closing event to celebrate and look back on the theme of Black destiny there. They are reflecting on their past as they head into the future. Now, CTV has been fortunate enough to be joined by one talented fashion designer of tonight. Rams, allow me to introduce you to Miss DJ.
Oh,
hello. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing very good. Again, thank you so much for joining us here tonight, and I appreciate it. Can't wait to talk about your work.
Yes.
Of course.
I am.
So I guess just to get us started, what was the main inspiration for you to become a stylist?
For me to become a stylist, I've been styled so many times as a kid, and now I style myself.
That's fair. How do you think your work shows who you are?
My work shows me who I am is because I love how you can express yourself through your style and colors in so many ways.
Of course. And then how does that fashion and Black culture go together in that sense?
Yes, I personally think fashion and Black culture goes together because we hold in so much history, and we could show you without telling you through our style or even through our hair. Plus, for example, our hair in braids.
Of course. And then I'm going to throw you a bit, just a little bit of a curve. I do want to know, you at the fashion show were both not only presenting your own designs, but modeling them yourself.
Yes.
How was that entire experience?
It was the first time I experienced doing both at the same time, but I think I executed a little fairly well than I expected.
Of course. And how would you say, just overall in general, Black History Month went for you, or what was your highlight of it?
Yeah, for doing Black History Month, getting involved in more events, learning more on your culture, even know what I don't know or what they teach, and plus expressing myself through my style and getting more into that and showing who I am as a young Black woman as well.
Of course. Well, with all of that, I'm thankful that I got the opportunity to talk with you and speak with you and to see your designs and everything of the sort. And I can't wait personally to see what you do next.
Yes, I'm happy to be here, honestly, even doing this interview, even doing the fashion show, and celebrating Black History Month as well.
Of course, that's what we like to hear.
Yes.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
DJ. Well, Rams, that's all that I have for you tonight. It's truly been an honor covering Black History Month at CSU. I love the culture that I'm a part of, and I'm glad that there are so many people in the city who want to celebrate it. There's been a lot of talk over destiny over the last month and where our culture is going. While I'm just one journalist and I can't provide all the answers, I feel like we're on the right track. Black culture is one of the most dominant pieces of pop culture in the world, and our contributions to society are highlighted now more than ever. While Black History Month is coming to a close, Black History should be celebrated long after. Black history is American history and should be taught and respected every day. Don't go away just yet, because the Rams are conference champions. We'll be right back after this short break. You did wonderful.
I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Welcome back from the break. I'm your sports anchor, Ruby Kayser.
Last weekend, the Colorado State track and field team had quite the weekend, bringing home both the men's and women's indoor Mountain West championship. The Ram women accumulated 113 points, beating the runner-up San Diego State Aztecs by 10 points. The men racked up 162 points, getting ahead of the previous champions, the Air Force Falcons. This is the third time in program history that the Rams have swept the indoor titles. The Rams also took home Mountain West Indoor Coach of the Year for the men's and the women's, Brian Bedard, Women's Field Performer of the Meet, Maya Lesnar, and Men's Field Performer of the Meet, Nano Kiss. I got to recap the Mountain West Championship weekend with the first place men's 4x400 squad, the women who swept the weight throw, and the MVP himself, Nano Kiss. Check it out. The Colorado State men's and women's track teams both brought home the 2024 Indoor Conference Championship. The women throwers were a force to be reckoned with, scoring 53 out of their total 113 points for the team. Maya Lesnar, Michaela Hawkins, Kayser Borman, and Gabby Morris swept the weight throw category, placing first through fourth.
I think what's super cool about this program is that everyone genuinely on the Tour Scout wants each other to do well. So if I have a really good day and someone, Gabby or Kayser or someone beats me, that doesn't matter to me. I like to have a program that you just lift each other up is so enlightening, and I actually think works really well and it has results.
Right. It's I want you to throw far, I still want to throw further.
Right.
I want us both to throw far. And if that results in us having both PRs and you beat me by a little bit, but we both PR'd because we were pushing each other, then that's way better than easily winning for one of us doing well and nobody else doing well. I think literally no other team supports each other like we do. You go and watch competition, it's such a huge difference, everybody can tell.
Maya Lesnar led the weekend, taking first in the shot put and the weight throw, securing her award of Women's Field Performer of the Meet.
Fun is such a tame word to describe her, but a very wild energy that is unlike anyone I've ever met.
Maya transferred to CSU my first year last year, so I'd never been on the team without Maya. And I can't imagine being without Maya. It would be so different.
I've been here for 6 years and I still can't imagine a team without Maya.
Yeah.
Mariano Kiss hadn't had a personal best for 2 years due to injury. This weekend, that all changed. He would be awarded Field Performer of the Meet on the men's side after placing first in the shot put.
I think it was 2 weeks before conference. I was competing in Don Kirby. I was throwing weight and I dislocated again and tore my MPFL, one of the ligaments in my knees. So this whole season I kind of wrote it off just because I've been 2 meters away from my PRs in both shot and weight, and I was kind of just giving up at that point. At the end of prelims, there was a guy named Cameron Burke from Wyoming. He threw 1890, which was 30 centimeters past my PR, which I hadn't hit in over 2 years. So I thought it was kind of over. I kind of just saw it as okay, I'm gonna have to fight for second place, trying to beat the Air Force kid, and I was able to connect on the very last one. So.
The 4x400 relay is the grand finale of the meet. Everyone gathers around the track to cheer on their teammates in the last event of the day. The men had already secured a victory, but that didn't stop them from getting one more gold medal.
On the day that we're 10 points behind, now we're 6 points ahead, now we're 10 points ahead, and we're actually oh damn, it's the last event, we're winning. It was just exciting compared to any other feeling.
We already kind of knew we were going to win, but then Air Force kind of started talking a little bit. So I think it made us get some more fire in us to go out there.
What kind of things were they saying to you guys?
They were this has been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So
long time coming that we, hadn't won in a while, that they were going to come at us for outdoors, stuff like that. So
a lot of talks.
Yeah, a lot of stuff like that.
I'd say coming into the meet in general, we had a chip on our shoulder for sure. But once the 4x4 rolled around, it was pretty much just a victory lap. We were there to do our thing and come home with medals.
Each other, and they're going to get the batons at the same time. It's the Falcons and the Rams.
You hear CSU chanting in the background, Lauren.
CSU chanting, they're making a move way up in first, but San Jose State coming in for second place, but that is Willems crossing the line for the Rams.
For the third time in program history, the Rams took home an indoor conference championship on both the men and the women's side.
Telling the guys, I'm like, hey, we're gonna win, and we want you to win, and when, you know, if you win, that's just gonna make it all the better.
It's just way better when both of us won, both of us are very happy. It's just better when the whole team gets to feel it.
Track and field isn't just like a men versus women. We practice together. Everyone practice, all event groups practice together. It really feels like we're one big team. So when half of the team wins, but the other half like feels like they don't, it's not as fun. Yeah. So it just feels like we all won.
Yeah, and my redshirt freshman year, so my freshman year I wasn't competing, but I got to go to the indoor conference in the last year that we won both men and women's. And I remember Bedard coming over to me and saying, like, this doesn't happen every day. This doesn't happen every year. Like, this is special.
It was great to catch up with some of the track athletes and celebrate their championships. I can't wait to see how Gabby Morris and Maya Lesnar do in the NCAA championships on March 8th and 9th. The Rams get back on the track to kick off the outdoor season for the Jerry Quiller Classic at Colorado Boulder on March 15th. They have high hopes of taking home another championship. That's all we have for tonight. Thanks, Rams. Make sure to tune in next week for Tuesday Night Sports and have a great night.